This is my first time on the Hot Rod Power Tour, and it's amazing that they brought it out west. I'm excited. Today we're at Irwindale Speedway. It's pretty epic. We got crazy cars everywhere, predominantly a lot of muscle cars, muscle trucks. I mean, it's insane everything that's going around. You can hear these cars roaring, and it's pretty crazy. With so many of the car shows that happen nowadays, typically it's, you know, show up in your car, rev up the motor like these guys are doing, and then you do a burnout, you get kicked out. Well, out here, they have a drag strip, they have a burnout box, you know, they got the dyno, so it's like they're already prepared for the chaos. And that's what's so fun about being out here. And you know, if something happens to anyone's car, we got our 1983 proven tough Duralast truck. I mean, she's ready to go and help people out who are breaking down. We got parts loaded on board, and you know, we're here to have a great time and do the run. One of the coolest things I thought about the Power Tour so far is that it wasn't a bunch of perfectly polished off muscle cars. You had patina, you had cars that are just builds, forever builds, right? You're always doing stuff on them. I mean, there was such an amazing scale of variety, but the coolest thing about it was it didn't really matter because there was something to appreciate about every single car there. This car is absolutely amazing. Talk to me a little bit about this car. Let me introduce myself, Steve
I'm Danny.
Pazmany. Danny, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Well,
so what do you got?
It's a 363 dart block.
Okay.
Small block, little nitrous.
Oh, little nitrous.
Little nitrous, yeah. I bought it in 1975 for $100. I've been working on it ever since then. I've gone through a lot of motors, a lot of transmissions. I've broke everything you can. I've done 100% of the work on the car myself, 100%.
So this car is not only can it run a quarter mile, but it can do a long haul as well.
We can do a long haul.
Now,
Yep.
how many, have you done the Power Tour before?
No, I haven't.
So first time?
This will be my first time, and I'm excited. This is going to be fantastic.
I like
Vegas
it.
tomorrow, Pomona the day after that.
Right.
Run all the tracks. That'll be great. I'm
So now,
elated.
I got to see the motor.
So it's a 363 dart block. It's 11.8 to 1 compression.
Oh, wow.
Runs on 91 gas just fine. Don't let anybody tell you, oh, it's too much compression. Bull. You can run a lot of compression as long as you got a big enough cam and you keep it cool with a nice radiator. You know?
And I noticed you have this offset too.
Yeah, I mean, this is just out of the, you know, junkyard. Just one I don't even know what it's out of.
How much horsepower are you running out of this car?
It's probably around 510 on the motor.
That's plenty of power to have fun.
I do. That's all I need.
Yeah, and then when you do a NOS shot, how much are you putting out there? About 100?
100 to 300.
Oh wow, so you can go all the way up to 800 in this.
Depending on how happy I want to get, you know.
Oh, that's pretty happy.
It is.
Now,
yeah, 300 shot, it'll get your attention.
Look, Danny's Mustang is absolutely insane. When he told me it's about, a little over 500 horsepower, and then he goes, but it's got nitrous. Oh, how much nitrous? Oh, you get 100 to 300 horsepower. I'm like, okay. So now we're talking 600 to 800. I mean, that thing is rad.
So back here, we got the nitrous bottle. It's got the heater on it to get it up to a temperature. 116 octane gas in here that I use with the nitrous for the plate, right?
Right.
And batteries back here too, and the roll bar comes back down. But so I'm all legal for the track and everything.
I have a special sweet spot for Mustangs.
I know you. Oh, you do.
My whole family, everyone has one. And you know, my dad, we had him take his fastbacks. When you pulled up behind us, I saw his face light up, and I'm like, okay, I gotta talk to this guy and see what he's got going on with his Mustang. I would have thought that car was restored 6-7 years ago because I know he drives it a lot, but to find out he did it 30 years ago just goes to show how much effort and time he put into that car. He even said I have thousands of just countless hours in this thing. Those are the cool cars and the cool stories that you get to hear about here because, you know, these are people who love their cars.
It's a 1956 Chevy pickup truck, 3100. When I picked it up, it was just a cab and a door. That was it. Put a lot of time, a lot of money, but it was about an 18-year build. My favorite thing, and it's not everyone's favorite thing, is the power sunroof. It's got a sunroof in it from a late model car, and a lot of people don't like that. And for some reason, I think it makes me like that better because they don't like it.
I got it about 6 years ago. I bought it as a shell, just rolling. I put suspension, Willwood brakes. I did the interior on it. I put a FE stroker motor in it with 3.2s, aluminum heads, you know, the normal hot rod stuff. This is my first power tour and excited to be here. It's really good. I like the drag racing. I like the show cars, you know. Get a lot of good ideas from the cars looking at them, being able to walk up and, you know, really view them.
My dad built this car when I was young enough that the story he told everybody is that he spent my college tuition buying the car because he always wanted a 32 Roadster, a real original Henry, holy grail. He came across one that, you know, it wasn't going to come along again. So he literally spent my college savings. I did end up going to college anyway, so it's a happy story all around. No part on this car is newer than 1955, I think. It's a bittersweet moment, you know, to be here. My dad passed away just a little over a year ago, and obviously I don't feel like I own this car, even though it's now mine, but I'm the custodian now. To me, you know, it's a little snapshot of where hot rodding came from, and really this is what a car would look like in 1953. Right. And that's cool to see. Sort of, this is like the before, and then this is the after, all the other stuff that's come after it. So it's nice to see a representation of the traditional stuff. Kobe's car is a monster. I mean, that thing, we built that to look like a cartoon on wheels. I mean, it's as outrageous as you can get. The paint job on it, people either love it or they hate it. I get it if you hate it, that's fine. But you can't say that that's not a badass car.
What I love about this Hot Rod Power Tour is you see so many crazy cars, and I got a sweet spot for these Mopars. This thing is cool, and what's really cool about it, clearly it's driven, but it's got a nice engine in it, a lot of power. But then you look at it more, it's got the same heartbeat as my truck. Duralast Gold battery. And when you see that on a car like this, and this is one of the old original Duralast Golds, that means you know
This car will perform like OE.